Hey guys, so I'm back with some more of vinyl records from my collection. In my last video, I can't remember if I said that I had shown off all of my standard 12-inch Radiohead albums, but if I did, I was wrong. This is one that I got a little bit more recently. I just happened to have forgotten about it, but I have Radiohead's Super Collider and The Butcher. So these are a couple non-album tracks from the recording of The King of Limbs. And yeah, lately I've been a little bit more focused on collecting these non-album tracks and rarities from my favorite band. And yeah, both of these songs are pretty good. I like Super Collider a little bit more, but The Butcher is cool too. Next up, we're getting into my Red Sweater Lullaby collection. This is a side project from the drummer Chris Rochelle from Listener. In my opinion, honestly, I kind of prefer this more than Listener. We have his debut album, Pins and Needles. So this is kind of a alternate rock type thing. I describe it as sort of a Sunny Day Real Estate meets early Weezer type deal. Got a custom sleeve, and see how does it come out? There it is. Yes, on this cool splatter vinyl. I rather like the center labels too. You know, it is a original label, but it kind of has that classic record label vibe to it. So I rather like that. Next up, we have his follow-up, Run Club. So comparing these two albums, overall I kind of prefer this album, you know, in terms of songwriting stuff, but I rather prefer the lyrics on Run Club. But here's a look at it. Lyrics are a little bit more raw and abrasive. He's a pretty generous amount of profanity. I don't think he used any profanity on Pins and Needles, which might not sound like a big deal, but I don't know. I just kind of feel like he's not holding himself back as much. Because Listener, at least at one point, I don't know if they still are going for this, they were kind of loosely associated with Christian music. I kind of like that he's not really letting that keep him from being himself on this record. And this just so happens to be the only album that I own a test pressing of, and it's signed by him. I've just never really had the opportunity to get any test pressings. And yeah, he had these for sale when he released them. So yeah, I jumped on that. Got me my first test pressing. Alright, now we're getting into my Refused collection. Probably close this video out, stealing my Refused collection, but first off, I think there was a few more obscure albums that they released before this, but this is really their first somewhat bigger release. Songs to Fan the Flames of Discontent. It's pretty decent, far from being their strongest though. This is a little bit more heavier and abrasive. They have a lyric sleeve, nothing on the back. Just on black vinyl. In memory, when I ordered this online, it said it was supposed to be on clear vinyl or something cool like that. It was just on black vinyl. Yeah, it's an alright album. Not their best, though. This is their classic, most popular album, though I think their most recent album, which I'll get to that, has kind of outdone it, but we got Refused, The Shape of Punk to Come, Chemical Bombination, and 12 Burst. Refused is known to put like a lot of writing and essays and stuff like that with their albums too, so here's a look at the gatefold. It's on this sort of silver grayish vinyl. also have a insert lyrics and, you know, more writings. It's of course a double album. Next up, we have a EP from them. Honestly, can't remember if this was released before or after Shape of Punk to Come, but we got the New Noise Theology EP. I really like the song Poetry Written in Gasoline. The tricky thing about this vinyl is that it comes out from the opposite side. You know, you have a handful of albums that come out from the top. Usually they're going to be coming out from this side. It comes out from this side, but you do have a sleeve with, you know, some writing, this logo looking design, and this one is on clear red vinyl. Now, after the release of Shape of Punk to Come, they broke up for a long time. Then, about 20-ish years later, they finally came back. They released this album, Freedom. I do really like the artwork for it. The album itself isn't that great, though. It's a little bit more polished and hard rock-ish. It's not their strongest. You do have the lyric sleeve and credits and stuff. It's on yellow vinyl. I pre-ordered this before I even got to hear the song from it. I think I was at work or something, not really in a place where I could, like, you know, just listen to the song in a good place. So I impulse ordered this record. And I think this colored record sold out in minutes. So I got really lucky there. Next up, I believe this is a Record Store Day release. We have their Servants of Death EP. So, you know, as song Servants of Death, a new song, Voices, which is pretty good, and a bunch of live songs. Let's see, we got a custom sleeve, black vinyl. So now I'm having trouble getting back into the sleeve. And we also have a download card. And now we are getting into my favorite Refused album, released maybe a couple years or so ago, War Music. This one's a little bit catchier and more poppier, actually, but I feel like they just kind of pull it off really well. This one is really cool. Red and black vinyl. And where is it? Yeah, we have this cool lyric insert. If the pages will just cooperate with me. So yeah, and I got through my records really quickly. You know what that means. I'm gonna have to pause it, show off another record or two. So I think it is kind of good I'm pulling more records, because now I get to show you my complete Refused vinyl collection. I have Shape of Punk to Come on CD too. I think that's the only CD I have from them, but we have their follow-up EP to War Music, Malignant Fire EP. It's kind of a mixed bag. You got Malfire, which was originally on the album. Born on the Outs and Organic, Go Fuck Yourself are pretty good closing tracks. Last two tracks aren't really that great. The production on this isn't particularly strong. Usually things like these are recorded in the same session as, you know, the main album they're being released off of, but yeah, the production is kind of raw and unpolished in comparison. And to close it out, got my only REM vinyl record, Document. think I have a CD or two from them as well. I've heard a good amount of their music and, you know, listened to their albums in full back when I was into Spotify. But Document's my personal favorite. Has classic songs like, you know, The End of the World as We Know It, The One I Love. It's a pretty good album, but I got these custom sleeves. And there's the vinyl. So yeah, that's all of the vinyl I'm going to show off today. And yeah, you know the drill. I'll see you next time I do this.